Yes, I'm going to go over 7 signs that show that you're out of shape and you probably need to start working out and you need help, okay? So, before I start, make sure to apply everything I say and take notes. Okay, now let's go straight to number 1. Low self-esteem. If you're not feeling comfortable within your body, if you feel you're not confident, you don't really like your body, you probably are out of shape, which is gonna kind of give you low self-esteem. I rarely met anybody that was super fit, super jacked, and they were not high confident. They were usually super trusting, they trusted themselves, they trusted their they liked their body, they were confident in their own skin, and that's a huge thing about self-esteem. You should just be comfortable within your skin. Now some people may argue that oh, you should like yourself without necessarily being fit. But I would say if you like yourself, then you're going to be fit. That's my philosophy, right? So I would say that's the number 1 sign that if you don't really like yourself and you have low self-esteem, you're probably out of shape. So rectify that and start training, okay? Number 2, lack of endurance, okay? So there were times that I was trying to run and I couldn't run, man. I was doing maybe half a mile, quarter of a mile, and I was just gassing out. I've been running for the past 2-3 months. And then I've made a lot of progress. And the first time that I ran, I was just embarrassed. I was like, okay, I have muscle. Even though I had muscle, I was still not necessarily fit enough to run. And that kind of humbled me a lot. But nowadays, I'm doing 5, 6, 7 miles without stopping. Even though I'm not the fastest, but I still improve my endurance and stamina a lot. And I feel that's one of the one of the most important signs that shows that you're out of shape and you need to start taking your fitness seriously. And a lot of even muscular guys, they need to do this, because a lot of them, they're gonna run out of gas so quickly if they start running. So I would say this is another sign that you listen, it shows that you're out of shape. Number 3, weak muscles. Okay, so if you're weak, if you're fragile, your frame is small, you don't really look jacked. I'm not saying everybody has to be insanely jacked, but I'm saying you have some good amount of muscle mass, look muscular, decently fit and well put together in the sense of your frame, be kind of aesthetic. That's gonna help you a lot, with your self-esteem especially, right? And whenever you don't have that, it's just a lot of people already know that you don't really train and you're most likely out of shape. So listen, if you get on a simple weightlifting, bodybuilding program, you should be able to rectify this problem, and it's not a huge thing. It's gonna take at least 6 to 12 months to see some decent progress. But I would say it's definitely really, really beneficial for you to actually take this seriously. So listen, if you're out of shape and if you have weak muscles, start hitting the gym. Now, number 4, high body fat percentage. And this is something that I avoided a lot, for a long time too. And high body fat means you're eating just way too many calories and your body is constantly storing more and more body fat. And over time you just get fat, and then you hit you're 20 pounds overweight, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, and then you're oh no, I'm just crazy. I'm not even I'm not even able to walk. Remember, it's so difficult, because I remember when I was younger, I was super obese and overweight. And even this picture that I showed on the left side, the one with the green shirt, I was probably 30, 40 pounds overweight. And every time I wear a regular t-shirt, regular jeans, I felt it's condensed in it. I felt super uncomfortable within my own skin, and I didn't really like baggy clothing because I felt I'm even looking more fat. And it just wasn't a good combination. Everything that was summer, I was constantly sweating. It was just not a good look for me. And high body fat is just a no-go zone. And a lot of people in America, at least 50-60%, they're overweight. They have excess body fat, and it's just not good for their health. And they're most likely, again, out of shape. So listen, get on a caloric deficit, start training consistently, and this is going to go down. Number 5, you have low energy levels. Okay, so if you have low energy levels, you constantly are tired. You're I need to take a nap, I need to eat this sugar, I need to take caffeine, I need to constantly have energy drinks and all these type of things. You need to start training and you're out of shape. And listen, a lot of the times when you start training, your energy levels, your natural energy levels definitely go way higher. Your body starts producing more energy because you're okay, so your body's oh, I need to perform at the gym. So your energy levels start rising over time because of the training, the intensity that you have. Your body starts getting used to it, and you're okay, I can handle this, right? but whenever you're out of shape, it's just not a good look, and you just constantly get tired. It's just not something that you actually want. Like, just if you go on a walk, you go on a run, you go on a hike with your friends, and you're like always the last person, it's just not good, you know. So I would ideally suggest start training like at least 2-3 times a week, maybe some cardio too, like mix it up, so you can definitely boost your energy levels. And also a good diet has like a huge connection with your energy levels. So find a diet that works for you. I'm personally on the carnivore diet right now. Eventually I'm gonna add fruits and honey again, because initially I was on that diet, but for now I'm just strict carnivore right now, and it's definitely helped me with my energy levels. But the one thing I would say is that fruits and honey definitely help you with your energy levels, so feel free to try it out. I have some videos on that in my previous content. And number 6, we have poor posture. So if you kind of wear certain like outfits, or like you just standing up, your shoulders are kind of like inverted, like they're like inside, or like you kind of like your back is not really straight, your like chest is not up, like your arms are kind of like fragile, your lower body is kind of imbalanced with your upper body. Like a lot of this type of things, they can be rectified with weightlifting and like different type of exercises. So poor posture, especially when you're like constantly hunched over like this, is just not a good look. Okay, over time, especially like, have you seen a lot of office workers, they're like their neck is like too forward, or like they got like weird shoulders, and they're like not like this, like their shoulders is not back, they're not like super straight, and it's just not a good look, right? So I would say again, poor posture is one of the most important signs externally that shows that you're definitely out of shape. And also aesthetically, if you like get like a good posture, it definitely helps you a lot, right? And the last one is super important: low libido. So if you're out of shape, most of the times you have low libido. Whenever I was training, whenever I was super on point on my diet, my libido was phenomenal. But every time I kind of got out of like, you know, track, I started eating weird stuff, not really taking my training seriously, libido definitely dropped. And it's like, as a young guy, you definitely want to have a strong libido, because that pushes you to do more in your life, pushes you to achieve more in your career, at your gym, like to, you know, talk to more, you know, females. Like it just helps you overall, and you want to have a high libido. You know, I'm not saying go like waste it like just randomly and stuff, but it definitely helps you, it pushes you. It's good to feel that energy, that sexual energy that pushes you, right? So why not take advantage of it? And whenever you have low libido, it just shows that you're out of shape, man, and you need to start taking your health seriously. Okay, so again, clean diet, consistent training, that's gonna massively push you. You know, there's like some extra like minor things that you can tweak to also boost your libido, but I would say training and nutrition is absolutely crucial for that. And if you get those two things right, like you're gonna make a huge progress on your libido. And I have a lot of videos on these topics, like how I eat for high testosterone, so feel free to check that video out too. And listen, these are 7 signs that show that you're out of shape. So if you like my content, drop a sub, drop a like. I got a bunch of more cool videos, so feel free to check them out. Join my Discord, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.